Well, here we are. Half of the Mind Reels and guest co-host Beth. Co-host Beth helping me out in absence of Tim, who is unfortunately at work tonight. Tim, we're drinking wine though. You weren't able to pick it, so we're drinking it. Anyway, we have an incredibly, amazingly patient group with us tonight.
And reliable.
And they showed up, gosh darn it. We have Mike Donis, who has been with us a few times now. He's become an expert. I was like, you and me are going to be the best.
I know.
We have Rebecca Liddiard here for her first try. And Lorn, is it?
Eisen.
Eisen, okay. I was like, Eisen? Eisen. Lorn Eisen has graciously stepped in to fill a spot for us as well. And nobody, you two knew each other because you brought them.
Yeah.
You and I knew each other, and then that was pretty much it, right?
Well, we know each other.
Well, we do. We go way back.
Way back.
However, we are doing tonight a wonderful adaptation of Ray Bradbury's 0 Hour, first broadcast April 5th, 1955. I'm going to let you guys say who you are. Does that work?
Okay.
Like, yeah. Just so that I don't mess it up, because now I'm like, what was my name again?
Hello, I will be the announcer and FX.
And operator.
We'll all be X. Oh yes, and I'm the operator.
Don't forget that one line that you did magically.
It's vital.
That's what's gonna get me discovered.
That's right. This is going on your highlight reel.
Yeah.
You don't have one yet, but that line's going on it.
I will be playing Mary's daughter, Mink. I think I'm perfect for the role.
I'll be playing Mary Morris, or Mom.
I will be playing friend Anna and friend of Mary Morris, Helen.
The lady friends. And I'll be playing Rebecca's hardworking husband, Henry. Henry Morris. Alright, here we go. Back to 1955.
Bong, bong, bong. And now tonight's presentation of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. Tonight, Suspense brings you a repeat performance of one of the most controversial plays ever presented over your radio. It's called 0 Hour by Ray Bradbury. Here's tonight's Suspense play, 0 Hour. Me, 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 me.
Oh boy, this is fun.
What a game! Such excitement they hadn't known in years. Mink talked earnestly to someone near the rose bush, though no one was there. Then two little girls shouting, laughing at each other, such fun, such tremulous joy. Mink ran into the house, all dirt and sweat. For her few years, she was loud and strong and definite. And her mother, Mrs. Morris, peeling vegetables at the sink, watched with amusement as her daughter threw into the sack old pots and tools and things which were relegated to child's play.
My goodness, Mink, what's going on?
Just the most exciting game ever, just ever.
Oh,
It's all ready to take these, Mom.
just don't dent them and it's all right.
Okay, thanks, Mom. We won't. Bye.
All right, dear. What's the name of this game, dear?
Invasion.
Invasion.
Ding!
Invasion, and in the garden now, a serious concentration. Mink with an assortment of pots, pans, and wrenches, forks, spoons, and her friend, Anna, a little younger, tongue in teeth, taking notes on a pad.
This, this, and this. And what's it say next?
Wait a minute, Mink.
Oh, hurry up!
4, 9, 7, A, and B, and X.
4, 9, 7, A, and B, and X.
A folk and a string and a hexagonal?
A folk and a string and a hexagonal. Hey, well, what do we do next, Mr. Drill?
And then Mink, talking to the rose bush again, and to her own satisfaction at least, receiving some kind of answer which she relayed to Anna.
Triangle? How do you spell it?
Oh, any old way, doesn't matter. Now, right beam.
I haven't got triangle yet.
Oh, it'll be 0 hours at 5 o'clock. We haven't gone all day.
Then time out from invasion for lunch. Mink bolted down the soup and coincidentally grabbed a sandwich in her mouth.
Now, you slow down, Mink. Whatever's waiting will wait a few minutes longer.
But I can't. Drill is waiting for me.
Drill? That is a peculiar name. Is he a new boy in the neighborhood, dear?
He's new, all right.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen him. Which one is Drill?
Oh, he's just around. You'll make fun. Everybody makes fun. All the kids do.
Well, I don't think that's very nice. Is Drill shy?
Yes, in a way. I don't know. I gotta go now, Mom, if we're gonna have the invasion.
Now you finish your milk, miss. Who's invading what?
Martians invading Earth from up there.
Oh, I see. And, Drill's a Martian?
I think so. He's had a very hard time getting here.
Oh, I should imagine.
They couldn't figure out a way to attack Earth, how to get in or something, and Drill says that they have to do it by surprise and even get help from your enemy.
Oh, a fifth column, huh?
Well, all this time they haven't been able to figure out how to attack until one day they thought of children.
Well, that was bright of them.
And they thought about how grown-ups are so busy and never look under rose bushes or on lawns.
Oh. That's where Drill is now, under the rose bush?
With all his friends. And they say that there's something about kids under 11 with imagination. It's real funny to hear Drill talk.
Well, it must be. Just thinking about it. Oh, you better run along if you want to have your invasion before dark. Oh, and bath tonight. School tomorrow, you know.
Drill says I don't have to take any more baths.
Oh, he does he?
And we can stay up till 10 o'clock.
Well, your friend, Mr. Drill, had better mind his P's and Q's or I'm going to call up his mother.
Oh.
And
Okay, that's just it. Drill says you're dangerous because you don't believe in Martians. Just like you think Drill's a kid. Well, he's not. And they're going to let us run the world when they get in. All of us kids. And I might be queen.
well, that's nice, dear. Run along now.
Mom?
What is it, dear?
Mom, when the invasion comes, Mom, to get rid of you and Daddy. But I'll be sure that it won't hurt very much.
Oh, well, thanks. Thanks a lot. Hello?
Hello, Mary. How are things in New York?
Oh, Helen, how nice. Are you in town?
Oh, no, I'm in Danbury. I was just thinking of you and thought I'd call.
Oh, it's long distance, though. You shouldn't.
Oh, I can afford 3 minutes. How's Henry?
Fine. And Bill?
Oh, just fine. What about Mink?
Oh, wonderful. Noisier than ever. Oh, she's got a new game now. It's taken the place of hopscotch. Invasion.
Oh, is she playing that too?
Well, yes. Are yours?
Same thing, some kind of geometric jacks, I suppose. Isn't it a scream? You know, all the kids that age are playing it up here. Timmy's got a crush on some guy named Drill. I think that's what it is.
Oh. It must be a new password. Mink likes him too.
Oh, I didn't know it had gotten to New York. Word of mouth, I suppose. You know, kids, funniest thing. I got a letter from my sister in Boston. She says her kids are playing it too. It's just sweeping the country.
Well, I wonder where they learned it.
Well, don't ask me. All I know is what Timmy tells me at lunch. 0 hours at 5 o'clock.
When? When?
Today. That's when the invasion is going to be. Oh, these kids and their imagination.
And they talked a little more schoolgirl friends, casual women talk. But Mrs. Morris was thoughtful. She was thinking of other things. Of adults, of children with imagination, rose bushes, dimensions. She thought about how much she'd forgotten about being a child and wondered about Mink and all the kids who were at that moment playing Invasion.
Helen, I'm so glad you called.
Give my love to Henry and a kiss from Mink.
I will. And to Bill and the kids.
Thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
An hour drowsed by. It was 3 o'clock. There was an occasional hum inside the coolness of the house as cars passed outside. The streets were lined with good, green, and peaceful trees.
They never hurt anyone, these trees.
Good and green.
There's an M. Night Shyamalan joke in there somewhere.
Not like the trees these days.
And all across the city, in other gardens, in other places, children under 11 were excitedly playing a game, talking to rose bushes and grass lawns, trees, shrubs, even children in apartment houses high in the air conferring with potted plants, cactus and ivy. Mrs. Morris finished her housework and went to the kitchen.
Oh, hello, dear.
Hi, Mom. Can I have a glass of water?
Of course, I'll get it.
Pi r squared, 0.7. A over 56 to the 7th degree. xt 7.
What, dear?
Oh, nothing, Mom.
Here you are.
Thanks.
How are things going?
Huh?
The invasion.
Oh, oh yeah.
What's that?
We're almost finished. When everything's right, Drill says we should be ready on time.
5 o'clock.
That's right, hon. You know.
Helen called me from Danbury. She says that Timmy's playing it too.
Oh, hey, that's keen.
I guess all the kids are, aren't they?
No, not all of them. Not guys like Jimmy Wood and Bob Wilson. And they're growing up and they make fun of us. They're worse than parents. They just won't believe in drill. They're so smart because they're growing up. We think they know better. They were little only a couple of years ago. We'll get rid of them first. The drill says it's okay to kill them first.
Now, Meek, I don't like that kind of talk. Do you hear me? I don't like it at all.
Oh, Mom.
No, now I mean it. You keep it on that way and there'll be no more playing. You have to tell Anna to go home and you'll stay inside until bedtime.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I should think so.
Thanks for the water, Mom.
Mink,
Yes, Mom?
what did those numbers mean?
What numbers?
Those numbers you were saying to yourself before.
Oh, that. They're the things we have to do to get Drill and his friends out. That's all.
Look, dear, why don't you and Anna go down to the drugstore and get some ice cream? You don't even have to use your allowance. I'll pay for it.
Haven't got the time, Mom, but thanks.
Well, I'd never believe I'd hear you say that.
I gotta go now, Mom.
Wait a minute, Mink. I want you to tell me the truth. What is this invasion silliness?
It isn't silly. It's just a game. That's all. And Mom, we're just playing an invasion. Excuse me, I gotta get back now. I'll see you later.
It was a game called Invasion. Mrs. Morris's little girl Mink was playing it. So was Mink's friend Anna and all the children under 11. It was called Invasion and 0 hour was to be at 5 o'clock. Mrs. Morris was disturbed. She wasn't sure why, but there was something about parents shutting ears and eyes to what was happening. And because she was disturbed, she did something she didn't usually do. She called her husband at the office.
Dun dun dun! Ring! Hello, dear.
Oh, hello, Henry. I'm sorry to bother you. But Miss Maxon said you weren't too busy.
Oh, not too. I'm such an ass. I should be able to get home early today. Everything all right?
Yes,
You all right?
I'm fine.
Mick?
Oh, she's... Henry,
What?
nothing. I just wanted to talk to you for a minute, that's all.
Listen, are you sure you're all right?
Oh, yes.
Mick be getting on your nerves?
Not really.
It's so nice when they're married to such firm communication
I know,
lines.
so open.
So open, so honest.
They can really count on each other.
Yeah.
A lot of intimacy.
Well, you tell her to behave, or when I get home, she and I are going to have a little talk. As a matter of fact, she's been a little fresh lately, and I don't think it's good.
Well, that's a problem. But
That would be
otherwise,
therapy.
she's playing outside. She's fine.
Honey, is something wrong? besides me.
Why? No, I told you. I was thinking about you and I wanted to talk, that's all. Nothing wrong with that.
Not a thing.
Now go back to your work, dear. I'll see you soon.
All right.
And what time do you think you'll be home?
About 5, maybe a little earlier.
5. Oh.
Hey, what?
Well, I was just thinking. Nothing really. Just thinking you and me. Goodbye, dear.
I don't know. You are okay, aren't you?
Yes, I'm fine. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Another hour passed, and it was 4:30. The day began to wane, the sun lowered in a peaceful blue sky. Shadows lengthened on the green lawn.
Oops.
The green laws for Martians.
Yeah.
Get out there and mow the law.
Outside it was quiet. The two little girls were more intent than ever upon endless movement of design and pattern with the implements before them.
As
Morris,
children are.
as children are. Mrs. Morris watched from the window, and she had never known Mink to have such powers of concentration. She turned on the radio and sat drinking a cup of coffee and turned over her thoughts.
Oh, this part. Children, children, children. Love and hate side by side. Sometimes children love you, hate you, all in half a second. Strange children. Do they ever forget? Okay. Do they ever forget or forgive the whippings, the harsh, strict word of command? I wonder. How can you forget or forgive those over and above you? Those tall, silly dictators.
Right here.
Those parents.
Mom!
Oh, I missed the last. There we go.
Oh, what is it, dear?
Have we got a piece of lead pipe and a hammer?
Well, I don't know. There might be in the garage. What do you want them for?
Oh, we just need them.
Well, if you tell me what they're for, dear, maybe I can
Oh, I
help.
can get them. Don't worry. Thanks, Mom.
Is something wrong?
Well, drill's stuck halfway, and if we can get him all the way through, it'll be easier. Then all the others can come through after him.
Well, can I help?
Thanks, Mom. I can fix it.
You better get through, Mink. I want you to take your bath before your father comes home.
All right.
Now he's coming home early, and Mink?
Mink had disappeared behind the shrubs, and Mrs. Morris knew it was ridiculous to make an issue of it. Besides, what was the issue? Invasion? Drill? 0 hour? Unaccountably,
Coincidentally,
a cool breeze came up, and although normally, for that time of year, would have been a relief, Mrs. Morris felt a chill, and she closed the window. Time passed. A curious, waiting silence came upon the street, deepening. Then from the living room, Mrs. Morris heard bong, 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 bong. 5 o'clock. 0 hour it had come, and now it had gone. But was the
And
clock
that's the
right? Mrs. Morris, knowing how foolish it was, knowing it? Mrs. Morris, knowing how foolish it was, knowing it, went to the phone and dialed.
It's silly.
When you hear the tone, the time will be exactly 4:54 and 20 seconds.
What is that the tone?
That's Lily Tomlin. She'd go,
One ringy dink.
Oh, I get it now. I was like, what is that's an interesting choice.
classic.
I get
Oh, you gotta
it.
hit the YouTube. That's classic. Lily.
Beep.
4:54 and 20 seconds, and Mrs. Morris knew it wasn't as silly as she thought, because it wasn't 5 o'clock yet, not 0 hour yet. Then the car drove up into the driveway.
Hi, Mick. How's it going? Hi, Anna.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Mr. Morris.
Fine.
Got a kiss for your old man?
We haven't got time now, Daddy.
Oh, that's a nice thing. What are you doing?
I'm playing Invasion.
Oh, swell. Your mother in the house? So bad. Okay, be good.
I will. 0 hours in a few minutes, Daddy.
Alright, I'll be ready. This is gonna be fine.
It's fine, don't worry.
Mrs. Morris heard him chuckle, and then his steps up the walk to the front door.
Mary!
Oh, I'm in the living room, dear.
Oh, hi. Our daughter didn't have time for a kiss. How about you?
Huh. Hard day.
Not particularly.
Would you like a cocktail?
You read my mind.
Martini.
Perfect. Anything exciting happened today?
Martini sound. No. Helen called from Danbury. I told her she was crazy, but she just felt like calling.
Like you calling me this afternoon. Crazy, huh? Hey, what was that all about?
Well, I told you. I just wanted to.
Huh.
Just wanted to.
That's it, your cup.
Huh. Hey, incidentally and coincidentally, what's this new game the kids are playing? Invasion. That's a nice depressing thought. Is she alright? Come to think of it, she looked kind of funny. Like a girl.
She's all right. What's the time, Henry?
A couple of minutes after 5. Why?
No. The clock's wrong. By your watch.
Oh, I've got 2 minutes too. I'm probably slow. You got something on the... I'm definitely
you are.
slow.
Oh, yeah.
You got something on the stove?
No, I just wondered.
Honey, hey, look at me. What's the matter?
Nothing, really.
Now,
Really?
Meg's been up to something.
No, of course not.
Then what?
I guess I'm a little tired, upset, that's all.
You want to go out for dinner?
Oh, no, I've got a steak here.
Priorities!
This is
Priorities! I'll tell you what.
There is
I'll
meat to be
barbecue.
cooked.
Seriously. How'll that be?
Oh, fine. Whoa, what was that?
What?
Well, I thought I heard something.
Well, I didn't. So it didn't happen.
You're right, I must have been imagining it.
Hey, you are jumpy. Why don't you have a drink? It'll do you good.
No, I don't want one. What's the time?
Mary, what is this? Now I mean it. Something's wrong and I want to know.
It's silly. It's so silly. I'm on edge, that's all.
Mary.
I am!
I don't like this. That kid's done something, hasn't she? I'm gonna get her in here.
No, Henry, please don't. She hasn't. It's nothing at all. I just...
What's that?
I don't know.
Those kids haven't got anything dangerous in there, have they? I noticed a lot of junk lying around.
I thought it was a game. She wouldn't have done it herself. They made her do it.
But
What the devil? Maybe you better go out and tell her to stop playing now. It's after 5. You tell me to put off the invasion until tomorrow.
it's coming from outside. What are they up to? I better take a look. Meg! Good Lord! Bombs! They're bombing!
No, it's upstairs. I know it is. In the attic. That's where it is.
Mary, it is not up there.
He ran after her, confused, not a little frightened. She seemed to know something.
In the attic.
Her mind had worked that quickly.
14 pages.
14 pages. Any excuse to get him away from the outside, to get him upstairs to the attic in time. And outside there were more explosions. They could hear the children screaming with delight.
It is not in the attic, it's outside. Mink's out there. What's the matter with you?
No, I'll show you. Hurry, get inside, quick. Now we're safe until the night.
Are you crazy? Why'd you throw the key away?
Maybe we can sneak out later. Maybe we can escape.
For heaven's sakes, the kid's out there. Do you want her to get kidnapped?
No. You don't know. You don't. We have got to stay here. We've got to. It's horrible. We've got to. You got to stay here with me.
At this point, I don't know how the devil I can get out. Where's that light?
Be quiet, please. Be quiet. They'll hear us. They'll find us. Henry, please.
Well, who's gonna answer the telephone, smarty pants? There's that noise again! It's in this house! Mary, what is this? What is happening? You know Bradbury, stop it! Somebody's downstairs. I like that you're changing notes. Who's down there?
Oh, no. Oh, hush, please be quiet. They might go away, please.
Between his wife's terror and the electric humming from below, Mr. Morris felt a great fear. They trembled together in silence in the attic, Mr. and Mrs. Morris, parents of the little girl. Then they heard steps coming up the stairs, and a voice.
Mommy? Daddy? Where are you?
A queer, cold light became visible under the door crack. The strange odor and the alien sound of eagerness in Mink's voice was almost more than they could bear. Each wanted to scream.
Mommy? Daddy?
And another sound. And the attic lock melted. Mink with bright little eyes and tousled hair, peered inside, and behind her, tall, wavering blue shadows, frightful shadows.
Peekaboo.
Very disturbing. Scary stuff.
That's delightful.